From out of the man cave and onto the air, it's your favorite voice of ecstasy. It's John St. John with the best morning after ever radio show. 30-some-odd minutes of happenings, discussions, and full frontal nudity. So put your arms around your speakers. It's John St. John.
Where? Has anybody seen him? Oh, that would be me.
I haven't seen him.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. It is the day before the holiday. Woo!
That's right.
I believe this is the most traveled holiday of all of them.
Yeah,
I think Easter and Christmas. I believe this is the busiest travel holiday of the year right now.
Yes.
Everybody's leaving, so we got to get the hell out of here.
Yeah,
let's go. Turn off the mics. Let's go.
That there's going to be about 8 million people driving through the roadways of Chicago.
Where are we going anyway? Nowhere, right? We're going to I'm going up north.
I don't know. You're going up north.
Yeah.
I'm not going to the bar tonight because it's too dangerous. So
the police are out. Heavy,
police are
folks.
out.
Yep. If you got to be out there, you better be buckled up and have a safe drive. Have a designated driver.
If you're out of the bar lifestyle,
well, don't worry about it, I guess.
Yeah. Well, don't worry about it. But this is one of those nights along with St. Patrick's Day where the people that never go to bars go to bars, and the police know it. So.
Yeah, well, speaking
safe.
of the police, man, what a week, huh?
Uh-huh.
I can't believe we're still talking about this. The guy from Ferguson, the police officer that killed we have a caller.
Oh, we have a caller.
That was
right.
quick. We didn't even talk about what we want to talk about, and people are calling. They love us that much.
They do.
You know what it is? They got to get on the phone because they got to get out of town.
Yeah. Well, let's find out who it is.
Yes. Hello, caller. Are you there?
Well, is this the number to the prostitution hotline? I was looking for a little black male, but I find myself on the radio. Oh, my.
Oh, yes. You're on the best morning after ever radio show. Is this who I think it is?
Wait.
I'm George Takei.
I knew it. Good morning, Mr. Takei. How are you?
Oh, my.
Welcome to Chicago Radio.
We're already getting celebrities calling
I know he's a big fan of Howard Stern. He was the announcer. You should be an announcer for our show as well. Please.
Well, maybe.
So how is things in La La Land, California Land, Space Land with Mr. Takei?
I was really hoping for a little black male.
I think we could arrange that, but we're all getting out of town right now. You're going to have to call us after Friday.
Do you realize that turkey looks like a little penis?
A real turkey, a live turkey.
Yeah.
Yes, he does. Uh-huh.
That's why I always say,
I can go
how
for that.
a turkey is like a penis?
I wonder
A
what's
long
on...
shaft for a neck, and you can just gobble it up.
Well,
we can tell what's on
my.
George Takei's mind this morning.
I know there's
What do you do for the holiday? Do I want to know?
Let's not talk about stuffing the turkey because I think that can go either which
What
way.
does George
not the
Takei
turkey.
do? Oh, my.
Oh my!
So, how's things in the Star Trek world? Are you still doing all of the conventions, and are you talking or not talking to Mr. Kirk himself, Captain Kirk William
Well,
Shatner?
I'm still trying to get him in bed, but he's a bit of a homophobe.
Is that what the feud has been for the last 40-some-odd years over your sexuality and your advances on Captain Kirk?
Oh, he's total in denial. Jean-Luc Picard would have given it up.
He's friends with the guy from Harry Potter, right? No. What's that actor? Ian, I'm drawing a blank right now. Who's
Keller.
Yeah, Ian McKellen, totally out as a homosexual.
Yes, from the X-Men.
So I can see George Takei hanging out with those two.
Yeah.
Just because I'm just like Ricardo Montalban.
You like fantasies? What? You like
I'm
Fantasy
totally
Island?
sexy like that.
Wait. Con.
Con! Wait, was that a reference to Star Trek 2? I don't know. I'm confused.
I don't know.
You had kind of a small part there, except at the beginning. I
Well,
like
George
that when
Takei is a complete sexy name. You know that. I
It-
mean, besides me, my acting and my martial arts, I'm extremely famous.
I've heard rumors that you have become an actual ninja of sorts over the
Yes,
years.
I'm very good with a sword. Maybe I could practice with yours. Oh, my.
Oh, man, I don't know.
Sounds like a
It'd
challenge.
be kind of weird. You're like a childhood idol, and I can't see myself having sexual relationships with. That would be, the Stooges, Batman, Captain Kirk, and Sulu. That would be weird for me.
Yeah.
Any one of those, visualizing them having sex with them or being in the room naked with, I don't think I can do it. Sorry.
I don't think I want to.
I think he's
Well,
got
maybe
a
you should
fantasy
have
though.
puppies.
Oh Jesus!
It's a very
Why
dis-
you? What are you drinking this morning? You getting ready for? Are you basting the turkey, or what are you basting right now? That's what I want to know.
Well, I like to put some Hennessy on there.
On what?
on
If
where?
it's not 100% alcohol, then George Takei doesn't want it.
Oh my, is right.
Oh my!
You're sounding a little hoarse this morning. Is the wine bothering your vocal cords, or what?
Actually, California's gotten very cold, so
Oh my.
George Takei's got a little bit of a cold.
Oh my! I love on the Howard Stern show. Hey, we're plugging another show. That's great. But Howard likes to use that clip anytime something off the wall is said. He does the oh my, and it's you,
Oh
right,
my.
George? It's you. That's you. You actually recorded all those bits for Howard Stern, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I wanted my personality to be out there.
Boy, you sure are out there these days, out and proud.
That is quite
Oh,
the personality, though.
I don't know if you'd have a view on the protest over in Missouri. What's going on there? What do you think about the police officer that allegedly, murdered in cold blood the brown kid, the black
I'm just
gentleman
wondering
from
when the
Missouri?
Asians will go next.
You were speaking of that. You were actually interned when you were a kid, right? You were in those internment camps that the government set up during the war against the Japanese, right?
Yeah, I was. But I
Is
don't
that
like
where you
talking about
discovered
that.
your sexuality?
Oh, absolutely.
I heard those were some real swinging times back then.
Yeah, the 40s.
It's like when you go to the Catholic Church and the priest pulls you aside.
And
Wow.
what else
my.
does he do? Oh my, he's right. Woo! I don't know where I want to go with this conversation anymore. It's just a pleasure to have a celebrity of your status. We've had
Oh,
Betty.
it's just a pleasure being on the show.
We've had Betty White on the show. Do you happen to know Mrs. White? She has a.
Absolutely. Actually, I ran into her this morning.
You ran into Betty White?
She said she was planning to call in.
Well, she should call in because she's one of our favorite guests. We've had her on, I don't know, three shows now, I think. And she always steals the show.
Well, I'll let her know.
When you see her next time you go to the old people's home, and actually she's very mobile for an old 2-year-old lady.
And flexible, too.
Where
so
do
she
you see
said.
her? At a studio or?
Actually, I see her at the coffee shop.
Oh, makes sense.
Oh, my.
So who's the cook in the house, you or your husband?
My husband does all the cooking.
And you do you
And
walk
you
around naked
do?
in the dress?
There's no dresses.
With the
I mean,
apron?
we're both men.
Oh, so in that sense, you still are manly. Okay, that's interesting.
Right.
Interesting view on inside of the life of the Takai resident. It's
Wow,
been
are
a
you
pleasure.
Interested? Are you interested in George Takei?
No. I
I
was
can
in
be your
movies.
guy.
I was in movies myself, and there was some nakedness going on, but no, I was usually the straight guy, or I was on the crew. So I never was a fluffer or anything like that.
Well,
so no.
I like to have a massage every now and then. I like to call this 37-year-old guy who lives at home with his parents in Chicago, and get a good massage.
I'm sure he'll give you a good deal. I mean, he might even give it to you for free just because you're so famous a celebrity, from
Well,
the Star
yeah, I
Trek
mostly
lore.
find him on Backpage,
Interesting, very
I'm
interesting.
a very private person.
Except when you're talking to us in Chicago
Right.
across the nation. Well, it's been a pleasure. Thank you
It's been a
for
pleasure
calling.
having you. Thank you. And I'll let Betty White know to call in.
Next time you see Betty, you have her call us. And, it's great that you took time out of your busy schedule and working with Howard Stern to call a small show in Chicago. But, we're gonna blow up. We're going to take
Well, it's
over
always
when
nice to help a fan.
Howard retires. Yeah, right.
That's
Yeah,
because
wink,
you probably
wink,
want to hear
wink,
it. Oh,
wink.
my.
Yes, sir. Oh, my, it is. Thank you. Have a good holiday, Mr. Takai.
Thank you.
That was interesting.
That was disturbing.
We really didn't get into any of our topics. He just wanted to go and talk about all his
He just wanted to be himself.
perversions.
Yeah, which is...
I always wondered. He always seemed a little bit, I don't know. In interviews, he's very eloquent, and it always.
Yes.
When I hear somebody that enunciates so clearly and very distinctly, it kind of makes me wonder. Gee, what is their sexual preference? Because for some reason the gay males are usually. We got another call. Are usually very. They have like a different,
Yeah.
like a way they talk, but very eloquently.
Right.
I don't know how to explain it. I think if people know people that are homosexual, you know what I'm talking about.
How are we getting all these calls? I mean, it is very early in the morning.
It's on Wednesday. Everybody's trying to call before they get the hell out of town.
I mean, I guess. I mean,
well, we can.
Hi.
Hello?
Hello.
Wait a
Did
minute.
somebody mention Betty White?
Wow.
no.
What is going on around here?
You're my favorite person.
We must be on in L.A.
I just got a call from George Takei that said to call in.
Wait a minute.
Well, that was like the fastest call we've ever.
We just got off the air. We had a surprise call. I thought maybe he's been listening to our show. And now we've got Miss White. Welcome back to the show. You're a regular on our show now. Maybe you could just be on our show.
I had to visit my favorite show.
Yeah, I hope so. Other than Hot in Cleveland, right?
Guys, you're talking about homosexuality. That's just a walk in the park for me.
I thought you're obsessed with Captain Kirk.
Oh, I am.
We were talking to George
Takei. Got to have goals.
Well, we were talking to George Takei about you and Captain Kirk. William
Oh,
Shatner.
absolutely. I was having coffee with George Takei.
So, Miss White, I don't know how much you keep up on the news, but are you following all the protests in Ferguson and what's going on in the world, for that matter?
Oh, I think they should just eat everyone alive.
Okay.
Wow, boy, you get a little eccentric in your old age. You know, there was a story on the news about how Bob Hope just didn't care anything about what he said. He just told it like he thought he saw it when he got older, you know, in his 80s, and he kind of was irrelevant. A lot of comedians didn't look at him as being a role model, but I think everybody loves Betty White. I mean,
I think she's one of the.
Even when she says weird shit like that.
Yeah, just because she's always throwing you for a loop.
I'll tell you. All right, what are you drinking this morning? We were asking George Takei what he was having. He sounded like he was lit up already. Are you drinking?
Oh, I drink only the best. Jägermeister.
Oh, gee.
Now you're talking.
She's drunk already. Well, hey, it's a shame that you're retiring. That was the last time we had you on. We were talking about you quitting the show Hot in Cleveland after this season. Have you made any other plans, or what are you going to do with yourself?
Bored.
Yeah, so what are you going to do?
No.
Maybe I'll sit around and play with myself. An old lady's got to have goals.
You know, I wouldn't mind visualizing that. We were talking on one of our shows, visualizing some of these characters. But, you know, you look pretty hot back in the day, back in, like, the 50s.
I like to see everyone dressed up in those Star Trek pajamas. You know, that always gets me. I can at least role play for cheap.
Shawing, you can see, you can reach for the stars, literally, while you're pitching a tent.
Or are you just happy to see me?
Exactly.
we are boldly going where no
human, or what do they say now? One instead of man, right?
Yeah, actually, we're going where nobody should ever go.
I'm wondering if Captain Kirk is going to call in. We got Sulu.
I'm just wondering if Bill Cosby will ever rape me.
Oh boy, he's taken that. She's taken that out of the headlines as well. We didn't even get to our topic. You're getting ahead of us. Bill Cosby's been in the news a lot lately as well.
I mean, now Betty, is that something that you'd like to happen to you?
Do you know Mr. Cosby?
Well, I always did like the Jell-O commercials, and maybe Bill Cosby. You know, he needs to get his stuff together.
But what do you think Camille would think about these things?
I'd like to talk to you, Mrs. White.
Yeah, I mean,
I had an opportunity to see Bill Cosby, and I missed the show because we were out of town. When he comes to Chicago, well, he used to come to Chicago a lot.
right.
I like Chicago.
But I don't think he's going to be going much anywhere.
No.
I think he's going to stay low profile. I think he's going to be looking for you, Betty. He likes older women, according to the reports. And you know what he likes doing to them? He likes drugging them, and then having sex with them later. Did we lose Betty White?
No, I'm here.
Hello?
Yeah, she's here.
Hello?
I see she's maybe losing her hearing a little bit.
I think it's one of the first things to go.
Is it really?
Yeah. Along with the mind.
I think
apparently.
the mind is gone this morning.
Yeah, well, I think that's...
You okay over there, Betty?
That flew the coop a long time ago.
I think we lost her.
No, I'm here.
This call has become very
Right.
awkward. I was on a roll there talking about Bill Cosby, and now I hear nothing from Betty.
You know, apparently Betty doesn't want to follow along with the...
You know what? I think
know.
I think Mr. Cosby is over there right now, and he
Oh, Betty
slipped
White's
something
here.
He slipped something into her drink.
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh.
I think you might be right.
Can you hear
Uh-oh.
me?
Well,
Hello?
we can, but you're like a little distant. Well, anyway, it was nice talking to you, Betty. You have a great holiday, and hopefully you sober up a little bit. But you know what?
Well, happy holidays to you, and I need a good hangover.
That's what that's how she made it to 92.
Uh-huh.
So, anyway, take care, Betty.
Okay, bye-bye.
I don't know what happened there. She was on a roll, and then all of a sudden it was like, hello?
Right. I mean, it's like the phone went dead, or
You know what's funny about that? And I mentioned it last week on the show when she called. She that's one of her complaints about retiring. You know, the lights are hot, and sometimes it's just you lose concentration. So the studio lights, it gets really hot in these sound stages.
I'm sure there's something else going on there. Obviously, there's something else.
Do you
going
realize it's only like 6 a.m. and she's already, or there it's only like 4 a.m.
on. Right. So
the fact that we got George Takei
Well,
and Betty White to even call the show.
old people, they need a whole lot less sleep than.
What's in our budget? What do we send them? Do we send them gifts? I don't know what we're giving out these days.
Do we have swag bags here?
I think we do.
That's
That's what they do at the Oscars.
Right.
David Letterman still pays some of his guests. I know Oprah used to.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, we're getting off the subject. So we were talking about Bill Cosby, and we were also talking about the Ferguson riots. I don't know if we can relate those two stories together at all.
No.
I mean, the big story is about the black person. Oh, we have another call. Who's this?
This is Johnny Depp.
Wait a minute.
Hey.
Obviously, we must be being. Are we
Johnny
being
Depp.
piped in at Paramount Studios or Warner Brothers lot or something?
You're not hanging out with Betty White, are you?
You wouldn't happen to
No.
be with George Takei right now, would you, Johnny?
No, I was passing through, and it just surprised me to see these people. I mean, I thought to myself, I have a lot of movies out there, and I just thought maybe it'd be good to call in.
Well, you shot what 2 or 3 in the last couple of years here in Chicago. You must like hanging out downtown and at all the clubs.
I do. Especially the Redhead Piano Bar.
You like the
Okay.
Redhead Piano Bar? That's like a legendary place. I heard they might be closing. I hope that's not true.
Oh, it would break my heart, I mean, I do a lot of movies, and it's good to have somewhere I can just get my head together.
Are you living in the south of France, or where are you at these days?
I can't tell you that,
Oh.
My fiance would kill me.
Well, like I said, they must be pumping us in. Somebody likes me
Yeah.
over in L.A.
Right.
Because how did we get? I didn't even plan. We were going to try to get George Takei on the phone,
Right.
but we ended up getting George Takei, Betty White, and now Mr. Depp. That's pretty awesome.
You see
But I'm
what
actually surprised, because you're just a small-town radio show, and I actually like to listen to people who want to be aspiring.
We're living in a small town world.
Well, you know what? Honestly, this has kind of worked out well because we really didn't prep anything at all.
Yeah,
just
we
kinda-
didn't.
kinda aimlessly came on this morning.
It's Wednesday morning before Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
we really
I
didn't
mean,
want to be here, but
what do y'all
Well,
expect from us?
we have obligations, we have contracts.
Thanksgiving only comes once a year, so I thought I'd actually improve my fan base by maybe paying a little surprise. I mean,
You're not hanging out with some of the women over down at the Admiral by any chance? I heard you're on the outs with your fiance Amber. Is that right?
well, yeah, she wants to go back to women, I said maybe if Jack Sparrow or Edward Scissorhands were in there, maybe you'd go for it, but
Interesting.
Huh.
She likes it. I don't know. She likes sticking that up inside of her and cutting it up a little bit.
it's weird for me being Johnny Depp because people like
would
me to
imagine.
dress up like Jack Sparrow and
Do you,
Edward Scissorhands and
you don't actually walk around as the pirate, do you? I know I've seen you with the crazy hats you wear and the
well,
wristbands.
it's funny because I go into a restaurant and everybody's telling me Jack Sparrow, and it's always like, "Thank you, Jack," and I'm like, "You're welcome."
What are you doing at 4 a.m. L.A. time right now? you just
Well,
getting back
actually,
from the bars, or are you in Chicago by any chance?
I'm in Chicago right now, actually, since I'm fighting with my fiance, and just kind of go
Man,
down
if-
to the Redhead Piano Bar and I listen to the music. And,
Man, if we would have known that, we could have had him in the studio live. That would have been great.
Well, yeah.
So
well, yeah, just call my agent.
you're a good guy to talk about peace and understanding. I mean, this whole thing with the Ferguson riots, the police officer, the
terrible.
grand jury found him not guilty, which is interesting. I really thought they would convict
Well, I
him.
think everybody's guilty to an extent, I mean, we all have to take responsibility for our own actions.
Well, you should tell that to Bill Cosby because we started
Right.
talking about Miss White was up on Bill Cosby, which is funny.
I never met Bill Cosby, but I enjoyed his Jello commercials, and my fiance watched this porn called The Saint the Cosbys, and that's pretty sexual.
Well, that was what he's being accused of, is drugging women and having sex with them, even some underage ones and a lot of older ones. They weren't all actresses, but now Janice Dickinson came out and a couple other celebrities came out saying that he did actually try to drug and rape them, or did, and it's like, wow.
That would have been a great 21 Jump Street.
Yeah, he could have gone undercover, but he's not in high school.
All right, I was.
He's not in high school, so I'm not quite sure where you would have found him.
Platoon.
Maybe on the set of one of his shows. He's still touring the country on stage.
Well, I feel sorry for Bill Cosby. He's just an old man.
What about the Brown family? The family in Missouri that lost their son to the police officer that's now not convicted.
Well, that's actually becoming quite common, over here in Los Angeles. A lot of people are getting killed by cops,
It's a shame that they don't really talk about it. When white police officers are shooting white kids, you don't hear about it. When black police officers shoot black kids, you don't hear about it.
I totally agree.
When you see the black children shot by the white police officers, then you really hear about it.
Yeah, then you really hear
about
it.
Man, that's when all the reverend doctors come out.
Reverend
talk
doctors,
about this off the air.
Oh,
You're actually a reverend doctor, aren't
yes,
you?
I am actually a reverend doctor.
Cindy Lou is a self-proclaimed, actually has a certificate. She's the Reverend Dr. Cindy Lou.
That's right. I'm starting my institute, and
I don't know if Johnny Depp could endorse you or come and be one of your clients. Maybe
I suppose maybe we'd like to have him on board, for a little extra star power there. But
I'd like to hang out with you after. I'd like to hang out with you after the show if you're still going to hang out, or are you flying back to the south of France or wherever you go for the holidays?
Well, actually, I'm hanging out in L.A. currently because I got a couple movies I'm shooting, and usually I go to France once a year. It's very expensive.
Do you still own the Viper Room?
Yes.
Oh, you are still owner in the Viper Room. Man, I love that place. I got a story about that I could tell. We really like your bar, actually. We had a great time there. I saw a bunch of underground bands. It's great music, great
I'm in a music
culture
video
there
as well.
Hey, wait a minute. So you probably have a jet, obviously, your own jet. You fly from New York, Chicago, and then out to L.A. all within 6 hours, right?
Yes.
So if I want to come down to the Viper Room, can somebody come get me in the jet right now? Go with you?
Sure.
I'd love to come with
tonight
you.
I'm busy, but it's the holidays, and I'm stuck with family, but I'm sure we can arrange something after the holidays.
I'd love to spend the holidays with the Depp family. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to spend time with Jack Sparrow.
Of course.
Of course.
and maybe, in the bedroom too, but no, I like women, so. But maybe Cindy.
Well,
have a little go around with Jack Sparrow or let's see, what's some other characters that he's real famous for?
I'm always getting women asking
Johnny
me to
Dillinger?
act like Edward Scissorhands and
Edward Scissorhands, there you go. Do you like the
or the guy in Platoon
No.
that wouldn't turn you on?
No, I really didn't like the.
Wait, what movie? The guy in what?
21 Jump Street. I mean, Richard Grieco and me was in that.
That's a good show, actually. It was great. I really liked that show.
And I was in the movie.
You're in the movie. You're in the remake. Surprisingly.
Yeah.
Very
Just 10
surprisingly.
seconds.
Well, hey, man, I don't mean to keep you. I'll let you finish up your night over there at actually morning. It's already 6 a.m. here.
Well, I'm a big fan of your
6
show,
a.m.
and I really do love your show, and be sure to let people know,
Oh, man, please do. It's great that people in L.A. are listening. I mean, 3 celebrities in a row for the holiday.
Right.
It's amazing we even got
I
you
like
all.
to surf the internet, for good radio shows, and I really support what you're doing.
Definitely search for the Best Morning After Ever radio show and check us out. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. We got some clips up there now.
Mm-hmm. I love my fans,
Blog Talk Radio. Of course, Slam Internet Radio. Don't forget slaminternetradio.com. Never forget that. And Spreaker. So check us out, Mr. Depp. It was great talking to you.
It's my favorite. I look for small radio programs, and I really love it.
I would think you'd be more into music, but he likes talk. That's cool.
Well, sometimes you really want to just talk, and
just.
Well, even Johnny Depp needs someone to talk to at times.
That's right.
I guess he can't.
Probably
talk
gets
to
pretty lonely.
I guess he can't talk to his fiance anymore.
And it beats the hell out of Howard Stern.
Hey, all right. He likes John St. John and Cindy Lou better than Howard. Awesome.
you know.
Can we use that clip? Wait, can you repeat that again?
Yeah,
One more time?
Please do.
It is so much better than the Howard Stern.
Wow. We got an endorsement from
See?
Johnny Depp.
Endorsements for
Hey,
Johnny
man,
Depp.
thanks for calling, dude. It's great talking to you. It's good to meet you over the
Happy
phone.
holidays.
I got to thank Betty White and Mr. Takai, Sulu himself, because he really, I guess it would make sense. It's all a network of friends, right? They all appear on Howard Stern. They appeared on Mancow. They appear on all the L.A. shows. I'm trying, not Mark and Brian. I'm trying to think of the
Well,
popular
we're always
morning
on
show.
the same shows, because
We are
a
the
lot
next-
of us end up at the Academy Awards, and we're at film conventions. And,
Yeah,
you
but
know,
this is great
it's all
that you're
about
talking about
pleasing
us.
the fans.
Thanks for talking about us, man. That's great.
Oh, you're more than welcome, John St. John, and I love you. You're
We love you too, Johnny. Take care now. Have a good holiday.
good night.
Good night.
It's actually morning. Whatever.
It's actually
It's
morning.
night to him. He has been out all night.
That's right. He sounded like he's been out.
Yeah,
all
he
night.
does. He's so soft spoken. He's very
Yeah,
soft spoken.
he's very soft spoken.
He's like this. I'd like to talk to you about the. I like the Edward Scissorhand. I'd like to touch with my scissors. I'd like
He's
to
really
go
proud of that.
inside of her vagina. Oh, anyway, where were we? Oh, we're on the best morning after ever radio show. It's morning radio,
Yes.
and I'm falling asleep. No, I'm not. I'm having a good time. This is a great show.
Wow.
We had a lot of celebrity. We talked a little bit about what's going on in the world with good old Bill. The Kaz himself getting in trouble, and the cop in Ferguson, Missouri, who decided to shoot a quote-unquote innocent boy, but they're saying a lot of stories. Now, in fact, he was interviewed, and he's saying totally that the boy tried to grab him and grab the gun. So it's like, whoa, serious stuff there. But, obviously, anytime there's white-on-black crime or black-on-white, no, I think it's more white-on-black crime that you'll hear about it.
Well, this is one of those times where I think that the true facts they're irrelevant. It's going to get blown out of proportion.
But it's kind of cool that we
Because-
had like a celebrity view on all those topics, and it sounds like maybe they're more in tune than we think. We always think of Hollywood people as just being out partying all the time.
Right.
A lot of them in more recent times have gotten causes that they get behind.
course.
Not necessarily causes I agree with. I'm more of a libertarian myself. I'm
Right.
not necessarily a church-going guy every day, but I believe that the Lord is still important to us all, and we should follow the Constitution, all that stuff. But anyway,
Sure.
I'm getting off the subject. So interesting views from the celebrities.
Yeah, it's very interesting that we
We should probably talk a little bit about some of our sponsors,
yeah.
because I know we play our commercials, but I just want to give them a little plug. I hope everybody is having a great holiday and enjoying themselves so far, getting ready to go on the holiday, I should say. And definitely check out both of our sponsors when you get a chance. We have the sparkmaker.com has a special going. They've been having it for all month, I believe, for the holiday. And you type in capital FACEBOOK 14, Facebook 14 with a capital F, and you can get a special when you check out on all the products there, which, kinky stuff for the bedroom, lotions if you're into massaging, a lot of cool stuff, videos, all kinds of stuff. I want to call it dispensers for adults.
Yeah.
That's the
that pretty much sums
sparkmaker.com.
it up.
Yeah, so we got to check out the sparkmaker.com, and I think it'll help spice up the holidays for them.
Yeah, if you can't find it there, you don't need it.
And then another very important one is everybody needs to be secure. Are you taking a break? The burglars aren't. So make sure you get your house secured with your local ADT rep. That's ADT Active Security out of Lansing, Illinois. Give them a call at 708-878-0565. Again, 708-878-0565, and just ask for the holiday special. Right now, they've actually got a wireless program where you don't, if the crooks try to come in there and actually cut like the cable line or the phone line, it still works.
It still works.
Even if you cut the power, it's battery backup. So definitely a great thing to have, especially now if you're going out of town for the week.
Well, I mean, it's all about outsmarting the bad guys.
Yeah,
So,
and that's exactly what it is.
I think they're right one step ahead of the game there.
So if you want to have a little fun, check out the sparkmaker.com. And if you need to be secure, which everybody should, especially if you have kids. I mean, we're talking about family show for Friday. We're going to do, what's going on for the kids. But you definitely want to keep them safe with ADT. So, check out those sponsors. And on that note, I got to go. I'm going out of town.
Yeah. I mean,
And actually, we're going to do the show tomorrow. Then I'm going to go out of town. So I
Right,
got to go
right.
get ready to go out of town.
right. Yeah, we all got to get out of town. And so,
So everybody take care, and you've been listening to the best morning after ever with John St. John and Cindy Lou.
And we'll catch you tomorrow morning.
We will, and check us out on Facebook, Twitter, SlimerNetRadio.com, Spreaker.com, YouTube, and Blog Talk Radio. Oh, and soon to be on a show that used to be here. He's going to be carrying some of our shows. Apparently, he said he liked a few of them, so we're going to be on Hood Cash Entertainment. I don't even know how to find him yet, but just a quick teaser.
Huh.
Yeah, so we're everywhere.
We are getting everywhere.
I
Obviously,
know.
the word's getting out.
Yeah,
so.
we should. I mean, let's look at all the LA celebrities calling us.
That's right.
That's awesome. Everybody take care. We'll have a quick show tomorrow, and then hopefully everybody's driving safe and you still listen to us anyway. Bye.
Sparks last night. She finally showed me her favorite website. It made my jaw drop at first glance. We had the wildest time together, ordering from the erotic shop, and I'd have to say, thesparkmaker.com lived up to its name. And now, I have plans to surprise her. I'll show her something she hasn't seen. Thank you, thesparkmaker.com.